I know the voting season is looking a little crazy.
This is your emergency broadcast system announcing the commencement of the annual purge.
But let's talk about voting. So what's been going on? Let's talk about votes, family. I know that it's truly been a minute. You've probably just been looking at everything. You've been looking at the DNC. You've been looking at the RNC. You've been looking at the post office and all the things that they have to see. You've just been dealing with everything. Take a moment to breathe, because we're not going to talk about none of that. Nope. No sensationalism here. Facts, facts, facts. Let's talk about them. Speaking of facts, and let's talking about them. Are you registered to vote yet? You should be. And if you're not, make sure that you hit this deadline on October 19th to make sure that you are ready for November 3rd's election. Make sure to go to www.vote.org so that you are ready for Election Day. Now, I know a lot of you are trying to think to yourself, like, how are we going to get our votes and stuff in with the mail popping off the way it is? Well, guess what? 40 states have gone ahead and gone with an early voting system, one of those states being California. So you need to go ahead and start tracking your ballot. You can do that at www.vote.org as well. And you can get up-to-date text messaging as to where your ballot is if you're already registered. So again, I ask, are you registered? There will be a form of in-person voting as well as in-person ballot drop-off. I bet you're wondering how I know that. Well, guess what? I, your girl, will be working the election polls this year. From October 31st to November 3rd, I'll personally be in my neighborhood making sure that you guys are getting out there to vote. Now, in some states and some counties, it is available to you to do same-day registrations for voting. Make sure you check your local listings to see if it is available to you. But enough of the idle chit-chat. Have you been reading up on what's going on your ballot? There's some propositions on there that you might really want to look at. Some in California that include rent control. The others that's going on with the Ubers and the Lyfts, that is on your ballot. And another highlight has a lot to do with your taxes as well as police reform. So make sure that you're ready, because I'm about to give you the propositions that are on your 2020 November 3rd election ballot. Let's go. Proposition 14, bonds. Issues $5.5 billion in bonds for state stem cell research. Proposition 15, taxes. Requires commercial and industrial properties to be taxed based on market value and dedicates revenue. Proposition 16, affirmative action. You guys can read all of that, but basically, they want to repeal affirmative action. Proposition 17, suffrage. Restores the right to vote for people convicted of felonies who are on parole. We need that. Proposition 18, suffrage. Allows 17-year-olds who will be 18 at the time of the next general election to vote in primaries and special elections. Proposition 19, taxes. Changes tax assessment, transfers, and inheritance rules. Proposition 20, law enforcement. Makes changes to policies related to criminal sentencing charges, prison release, and DNA collection. We gotta get out and vote, y'all. And I'll have more next episode, so stay tuned. And that's just a few. We have so much more to cover. Make sure that you have your ballot or your pen and pad ready so that we can go through each proposition and measures and things like that so that we know exactly what we're doing when we go ahead and vote for November 3rd. You already know who's running for president. You already know who's going for vice president. 10 to 1, you already know who you're voting for. But local government and things of that nature are the things that you need to really be ready for, because those are the things that are really going to matter when it comes to what's going on in your community. But I'm so glad to see you guys again. No more long breaks. And next episode, let's get back into this work. Make sure you're having a good day. Love you guys. Bye.